Definitely tell the difference in the power, guys. So just as the 426, guys, I don't know if I'll have to, probably will have to reload, CO2. Unlikely. This one's much different. Power-wise, anyway. Clean up. I'm out 8 now. I will tell you though, Hank, that setting a timer is different too in some of this. I'm aware of the time. I'm trying to get this done. And then the CO2 as well. But I will say too, as I heard one of the other air gunners, I think if you pump, you have a little more disadvantage with that. So we'll see when I get to the Daisy Red Rider. That's not a pump, but it's a lever. So looking forward to that one. With the CO2s, see, like I can hear it. I can hear the CO2 coming off of this one. Trying to place these shots. I can hear the drop, which means I'm probably going to have to put another one in. I definitely know I am. So, got to put another one in, guys. That one's gone. And then the loading. It's the loading in between two that takes your time. It's the loading of everything, actually. BBs and the CO2. It's time consuming. And I will tell you too, speed loader works if it's working. When it's not working, you'll have to switch to the hand. The hand reloads. find that sweet spot on that can too is another thing that you run into. And then, you know what, I might try this in pellets as well, guys, but today is the BB gun day. I don't know, you never know. Kind of hard too because this is a smooth bore barrel, it's not rifled, so sometimes BBs seem to be going all over the place or no place at all. I'm missing. There you go. So you missed there several shots as well. I got a ton of BBs at my feet, guys, trying to do this in a hurry. So, again, Hank, that's the time that you got based on the pump and stuff. I don't think this is not a match, guys, so I'm not even looking at it as being a timing comparison, because it's not. If you have to do a pump, you have to do a pump. Or doing a pump is a lot different than doing CO2, you can tell. And then trying to cut it, guys, still have to get the areas that are as it spins, trying to get it to fall. With the given time you have. This one may not make it either. Time in between, a lot of time in between. Hopefully you can also hear me. My camera is up the front. And, may have to narrate it otherwise. You have the in-between shots. That's making it difficult. There you go. It's on the thread, guys. But I may not have, I may be out of time. May just be out of time. I'm hurrying as fast as I can. Maybe out of time. But I tell you what, it's a fun challenge. Definitely feel that doing it, guys. It's a rush too. Straight. just hanging on the thread, guys. Waiting for that buzzer to go off. And the reload times. Don't know if I'm gonna make it. And that's not me doing pump action, man. I imagine doing it with the pump action, guys. That is something. I'm out of steel too. All right, one more. I don't know if I'm gonna make it, guys. Don't feel like I am. Does not feel like I am. Waiting for the timer to go off. From the back. Tell you what, you sure get a sense of reload time with these things. There it goes, guys. So we'll wait for the time to call on that one, but I'm going to tell you right now, that's a lot of shots. Hank, I take my hat off to you, brother. Take my hat off to you. A lot of time. So, got one more to go, guys. We'll see how the timer goes on this one. And I think, too, guys, that I know for a fact with CO2 like that and the multiple shots, that that is an advantage for sure. Still difficult either way, but it's still a challenge. It's an advantage. So I'll do a little cleanup, guys, until that buzzer goes off. I got about 1,000 BBs that need to be reclaimed and cleaned up in order to use them again. All over the place. Is at my feet. So at this juncture, Hank, I think the timer is a formality more so than it is a being on a time, because I personally feel, and you guys probably do too, CO2 Semi-auto is still it's just more puts you more at a disadvantage if you're pump actioning. That's a certainty. So we'll talk about it more as I wrap up the video and towards the ending my thoughts on it. But that's quite a bit of time that I feel that it would be interesting to see if you pump actioned, what that would end up being. And then again, too, I'm using BBs, guys, so you're not. I mean, that would be the only. That would be the only leveler that I could see. And then also, too, guys, it depends on your FPS. So the power of the gun matters. I definitely know that. I can feel that. I can see it. You guys can see it too, because that was a 415, and a 425 has similar FPS. I think it's like 30 shy, maybe a little more. I think it's about 30 shy of the 415. You know, the 415 is the most powerful BB gun that, at least a standard BB gun that you can purchase at close to 500 FPS. But it takes that, you know, and most pellet pistols or pellet guns, they shoot right around that plus. So I would tell you it does make a difference. So we'll mark the time based on the timer. If it goes off, even the timer is kind of off, guys. It's working and it wants to work, and it's working when it's not, because it's either hearing my correct time. You hear it repeating the time once it starts, but I don't know, like this last one jumped as if I said 9 o'clock, 9 p.m. It's not 9 p.m. I'm still in the early hours of the day, probably about 1:32. So I'll take the time to do a little cleanup, guys. Say that if the timer is not correct, then we'll use the timer based on the time of the video stoppage, whatever that time is, or maybe if it doesn't go off, which it went off with the 74, but it didn't go off with the 426 for some reason. So don't know. I think it's doing the same thing. So if it does, I'm gonna stop it soon, guys, and we're gonna resume shooting with the last gun. Set it up and see how that goes.